October 6, 2025, 7 p.m. regular council meeting. Roll call, please.
Alderman Hayes.
Present.
Alderman Bolton. Present. Alderman Guzman. Alderman Martinez.
Present.
Alderman Felix.
Present.
Alderman Newsom. Present. Alderman Turner.
Present.
Alderman Dalloway.
Present.
Alderman Florian. Present. Mayor Cunningham.
Present.
You have a quorum, sir.
Thank you. Invocation is the... Thank you, sir.
John Hayes.
Mr. John Davis will lead us in prayer. Immediately following that, where are my queens at? You're going to lead us in the pledge. Right after the prayer, you're going to come right here and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? All right. Mr. Davis?
Let's bow our heads for prayer. God, we thank you today for the opportunity to gather in this place for the city of Waukegan to do business, to recognize those that have been influential in the life of this city. And God, we thank you, Lord, for our mayor and council. And God, we just pray your blessings upon them today. Lord, we pray for our fire and police and city workers, that they would be able to do the job that they have been called to do. Lord, we pray for our citizens of our great city. Lord, we pray for safety for all. We pray for peace in the city of Waukegan and in this nation, Lord. And God, we pray for justice, Lord. You know what justice looks like. And God, put in our hearts, God, how to play that out and how to do that in our daily lives. And finally, God, in behalf of all of us who call ourselves Christian, and we'll have the freedom to share the good news, we ask all of these things in the name of the one that died for us. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Ladies? Right there is fine. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, ladies. Item 3, mayor's comments. Tonight, City of Waukegan Pageant Queens. I want to start by introducing the 2025-2026 Waukegan Queens. The Waukegan Queens are special ambassadors of our city, representing us across the region. And the best part, here in our city, they are working on the community, on community projects to make a difference so everyone, let's meet our queens. Ladies, little Miss Queen, come on up and introduce yourself. You have to stay. I gotta come down. Or you gotta sit here so they can hear you loud.
Hi, my name is Isabel Romero, and I'm your little Miss Waukegan. Moved to meet. Thank you.
glow walk, beach cleanups, the Mexican Independence Day parade also. And then I, as Miss Waukegan, have a platform of teaching cursive to kids since they don't teach it at schools really anymore. And I've been teaching it at the Waukegan Public Library since 2018, and even during COVID I had to teach it virtually and come up with my own curriculum. And I had donations of papers and pencils. That's how I got all my supplies. And even today I went to North Elementary School and taught the kids in their after-school program cursive. And I also am going to be volunteering at the Boys and Girls Club of Waukegan. For the whole month of December, I will also be teaching at the Waukegan Public Library cursive too. And a good way to support all of our queens is following us on our Facebook, our Instagram, and keeping up with the city. And also for Ava's platform, who is the team miss, her platform is the art of giving back. So donating food to families, having fundraisers, especially at the Jack Benny Center of Art. She teaches art classes, does food drives, and she works at the AAUW preschool also to help.
Nine, 11, 14, 15. 17. Get it right, get it right. You know, oftentimes, when we're celebrating our young men and young ladies, what should I say, sometimes when we talk about our young men and young ladies, it's always sometimes on a negative, right? What we try to do, particularly in our council meeting, is highlight what some of these young men and young ladies are doing in our community that no one writes or talks about. That's why we bring them in front of City Council. You just happen to have a great night to be in front of City Council. But looking at the activities that are going on, you know, I hope I can say this from all the aldermen, we're proud of you. You're doing the things that young men and young ladies do to make sure that you are successful today and tomorrow. So congratulations, continue this great spirit that you have and this pride for our community. And when you leave and go outside the doors of Waukegan, don't forget about where you started. Thank you again. You guys take care. God bless. Picture, didn't we? We forgot the picture. I'm sorry, ladies. You gotta come over and get the picture. The alderman already knew what to do. All right, line up, same way we did it earlier. Wow. I want you to open up. I know your mom's out there saying, open up. All right, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Picture.
Yes, please. Thank you.
You ready? Very good. All right, then. We have one more for a special recognition. Pastor Barbara Brown, where are you at? I know I saw you in the woods. Come on up. Come on up, Pastor. This is Pastor Barbara Brown. She is Trinity AME Church, located in Waukegan, the oldest African-American church in Waukegan, second in the county. She has done her time as leader, as pastor of the church, and now she's on to great things at another location, bringing all of those. I know Chris was like, what? I said the same thing, Chris. Moving on and doing great things.
throughout this country, and certainly we're going to miss her. But as a token of our appreciation in the city of Waukegan, we'd like to give you a special recognition. All right, and it says, the city of Waukegan hereby presents to Reverend Barbara Brown this special recognition in celebration of your distinguished service to Trinity A&E Church, signed by the clerk and myself, the mayor. We say thank you for your service. Don't you forget about us now. We don't want to see you on television start telling people you don't know us. Thank you. So these pastors, we always say something about the pastors. We don't know about the family members. Come on up. We'll get some pictures for you. Don't you come on up. All right, on behalf of the city of Waukegan, thank you for your service to our community, and more importantly, to that church. I know they're going to miss you. What's up, young man? Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Pictures time. Hey, Mayor, did you want to say something, or you good?
Gotta do it again. Gotta do it again.
You got to do it again? You got to do it again. I'm sorry. State Representative Mayfield, Commissioner Cunningham, don't worry about it. We'll get you the pictures. We'll get them to you. Don't worry about it. Come on up. Oh, Chief Navarro? He might be working. Oh, there he is over there. All right, right here. Oh, here's the Chief. All right. All right, thank you. Thank you. Leaf collection. With the leaves falling soon, the city of Waukegan has released the annual leaf collection. Some reminders. Sorry, I need my glasses there. All right, the reminders are, do not rake the leaves onto the street. Let me help you out. A lot of times you rake them right to the curb, which is fine. Don't take them over the curb. Here's why. When you take them over the curb, and it might rain or we don't catch them all and they go into the inlets, please, everybody, keep them on the curb. Do not put leaves in plastic bags. They cannot, because what happens is we're going to come by LRS, who's our leaf collection, with this strong vacuum. They cannot vacuum if they're in plastic. Everybody, just rake them to the leaves right now, and then we'll get them taken care of. Here's one most important, particularly for those who have asthma. Do not burn the leaves. Do not take them in the backyard, put a little something around them and burn them. Because that's, if I'm not mistaken, that is illegal in the city of Waukegan. Even if you have a burning barrel. Again, I'm going to replace. Do not rake leaves in the street. Do not put them in plastic bags. And do not burn them. LRS will try to adhere to the schedule as closely as possible, but due to the weather conditions and the rate in which leaves fall, daily adjustments may occur. Bottom line, everybody, the leave schedule is always off. All right? I know ultimately you're going to get calls for them, but understand the leave schedule will be off. Typically on our 7th and 8th ward, that's the heavier areas where leaves fall. Of our leaf pickup, over 56% of them are in the 7th and 8th ward. Yard waste stickers can be bought at Ace Hardware on Lewis Avenue, also at Jewel on Lewis Avenue in Green Bay. Local infrastructure projects announced. I'm happy to share with the state that the state of Illinois will be investing $4.5 million through Rebuild Illinois to address major infrastructure needs in our city. The following streets will be part of the projects: 10th Street, Sheridan Road, Western Avenue, Genesee Street Bridge, and there is an access to transit as part of that. When we talk about cooperation with different government agencies to help us rebuild Waukegan and working together, this is what I personally mean by that. With that being said, I want to thank the Governor J.D. Pritzker, State Senator Adrian Johnson, State Senator Mary Ebony Allen, State Representative Rita, raise your hand.
Right here.
Thank you. Stand up. Let them see you. Rita Mayfield.
It was me.
It was okay. It was Rita. Rita was pushing it. Thank you very much. State Representative Joyce Mason. And the reason I mentioned all their names, State Representative Mayfield and State Senator Johnson primarily has the city of Waukegan. Sometimes we'll call certain representatives to help us out to get things done. Rita, thank you for all that you do down in Springfield to bring that back. And that's roughly about, I think it was $4.5 million. Thank you very much. Immigration enforcement operation. I want to speak from my heart on what we have seen in our city for the last few days. Especially today, right outside of City Hall this building. There is a real sense of fear spreading through our neighborhoods. Families are anxious. Heck, I'm anxious. Businesses are seeing fewer customers. Children are going to school, worried about what's happening around them. Quite frankly, it hurts. Regardless of who you are, or what your background is, no child should have to live in fear. No parent should be afraid to get food for their children. In this environment saddens, hurts me, and I'm not trying to speak for the alderman here, but I know it hurts us. I had an opportunity to kind of reflect on this situation involving the federal immigration agents that occurred outside City Hall. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you to our community who remained calm. And for those who helped de-escalate the tense situation that was there. I want to remind you, if you see activity involving the federal immigration agents, there is an outlet. An outlet is called Illinois Coalition for Immigrants and Refugee Rights. It's called ICIRR. They have a support number, 855-435-7693. I'll repeat that, 855-435-7693. They can help you on how to respond accordingly. I have always said in our city, our strength has always come from our diversity. in our ability to look out for one another. So my call to action is, let's continue to stay together. Support our neighbors. But more importantly, know your rights. And I'm going to close out my comments by saying, whatever your denomination may be, whatever God you may serve, just say a prayer for this city, for your families, and for this country, because we need it. Thank you, everybody. Item number 2, resolutions, proclamations, presentations, and appointments. You know, I have an opportunity today so y'all going to learn about city government and what we do on council meeting. So be prepared. All right, item number 2, resolutions 25-R-253, honoring the life of Jenny.
Natividad Ruiz.
All right. Madam Clerk.
Thank you. Resolution 25-R-253, honoring the life of Natividad Ruiz. Whereas Natividad Ruiz was born on December 25th, 1935, in Yabucoa, Puerto Rico, and brought the warmth, resilience, and cultural richness of his island heritage to Waukegan, Illinois, where he resided for many decades. And whereas early in his life, Mr. Ruiz owned and operated his own landscaping business, serving the North Shore area of northeastern Illinois, cultivating not only beautiful gardens, but also a reputation for excellence, with his award-winning rose gardens admired by many. And whereas a proud Puerto Rican and dedicated member of the Puerto Rican Society in Waukegan for nearly 50 years, Mr. Ruiz held numerous leadership roles, including secretary, treasurer, vice president, and president, and devoted himself to preserving and celebrating Puerto Rican heritage, mentoring younger generations, and organizing cultural events that strengthen the bonds of community. Whereas Mr. Ruiz's life was defined by quiet generosity, deep wisdom, and a contagious sense of humor, leaving a lasting impact on countless lives by making all who knew him feel valued, respected, and uplifted. And whereas Natividad cherished his family above all, especially his grandchildren and great-grandchild, who were the love of his life, and his memory will continue to inspire unity, pride, service, and love for Puerto Rican culture throughout Lake County and beyond. And whereas the city of Waukegan mourns the passing of Natividad Ruiz, a beloved father, friend, and pillar of the community, who peacefully departed this life, leaving behind a legacy of love, pride, and service. And whereas he is survived by his devoted spouse of 58 years, Elba Ruiz, his children, Anthony and Charlotte Ruiz, Miguel and Carolyn Ruiz, Lydia Ruiz, and Lourdes Harrington, his many grandchildren and great-grandchild, as well as extended family and countless friends. And now therefore be it resolved that Mayor Sam Cunningham and the members of the City Council of Waukegan, Illinois, do hereby honor the life of Natividad Ruiz, extend their deepest condolences to his family, and recognize his many contributions as a business owner, cultural leader, and community builder, whose example will endure for generations to come. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be presented to the Ruiz family as a token of the city's gratitude and respect for a life well lived, and entered into the public record at the Waukegan City Council meeting on Monday, October 6, 2025, presented on the 18th day of September 2025. We do have his son here accepting, Mr. Miguel Ruiz. Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Donowitz.
Aye.
Alderman Florida. Aye. Motion passes.
Motion passed and carried. We have a resolution. Come on up here. Should I say a few words, sir?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and all the members of this council. We are very proud to receive this recognition from my father. Some members of this council know him very well, and some of them I actually grew up with since I was little. So our family has been members of this community many decades, and this great city has been good to us. My father was a person who really cared about the Puerto Rican community, and he worked very hard, tirelessly. He helped bring back the Puerto Rican society when it was during its worst times back in the 70s. My family knows his sacrifice all too well, and he made a lot of sacrifices for this community. So we are very proud. Thank you so much. We're proud to receive this honor. Thank you very much.
And he served as the president of the Puerto Rican Society, I know, like 3 or 4 times, right? Yes. Well, those who don't know, the Puerto Rican Society is located on Sheridan Road, and it was a fun place to grow up. Fun place. All right, we'll take this picture. It's yours. Curtis is here. All right, Curtis. Somebody take a picture. We'll send it to you, Jen. Yasin. Here's Yasin. Oh, you want to get a picture? Yes. Come on over.
1, 2, 3.
All right. See Yasin if you need a copy of it, all right? What's up, man? What's going on?
All right, Mayor, we do have a second proclamation, or resolution, I'm sorry. We have a second resolution. Honoring the life and legacy of Robert Bonnet, attorney, advisor, and proud native son of Waukegan. Whereas Robert B. Bonnet, a native of Waukegan, Illinois, was born on August 26, 1946. And whereas Bonnet graduated from Waukegan High School in 1964, where he served as class president. And whereas after attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where he met his future wife, esteemed CBS News correspondent Rita Braver, and earning his law degree from the University of Chicago, Bonnet went on to clerk for U.S. Supreme Court Associate Justice Brian White in 1972, a position that launched his remarkable career in Washington, D.C. And whereas Bonnet became widely respected as a trusted advisor, skilled for a negotiator, and counsel to leaders across the political spectrum, including Presidents Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama, and prominent figures such as Secretary Hillary Clinton, Sir Tony Blair, Bob Woodward, George Stephanopoulos, and countless others. And whereas his legendary negotiating skills secured record-setting publishing deals, including multi-million-dollar contracts for memoirs by Presidents Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, among many others, shaping modern political publishing and elevating voices that influenced American and global public life. And whereas Bonnet's role extended beyond the negotiating table, he helped prepare Democratic candidates for 6 presidential debates, advised leaders with wisdom and discretion, and was regarded in Washington as the ultimate insider, that he never forgot his roots in Waukegan. And whereas Bob Bonnet, though best known on the East Coast as a legendary attorney and counselor to presidents, political leaders, authors, and journalists, always remembered Waukegan as his hometown and maintained deep often inquiring about the people and events in his hometown, reflecting his enduring pride in his community. And whereas Robert Barnett passed away on September 25th in Washington, D.C. at the age of 79, and his legacy reminds us that the values of hard work, intelligence, and community pride fostered in Waukegan can lead to national and international impact, while always honoring where one comes from. Now therefore be it resolved that Mayor Sam Cunningham and the members of the City Council of Waukegan, Illinois, do hereby honor the life, career, and legacy of Robert B. Barnett, recognizing him as one of Waukegan's most distinguished sons. And the City of Waukegan shall forever remember Bob Barnett, not only for his extraordinary national accomplishments, but also for his unwavering connection to and pride in his hometown. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be presented to his family as a token of the city's gratitude and respect, accepted the 6th day of October, 2025. Thank you.
Is there a family member here?
I don't believe so.
Okay, we'll get a pass on the floor and make sure a copy of this is to the family. There's a motion by Alderman Martinez, correction, a motion by Alderman Peters, second by Alderman Hayes. Any questions to the motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton. Aye. Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Felix.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom. Aye. Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Donovan.
Aye.
Alderman Florian. Aye. Motion passed.
Motion passes carried. We missed one, Ronald Edward, known as Ron Rishmeyer, also passed away, a longtime Waukegan resident and did many things within our community and the local attorney. So we send our condolences to that family. All right, item three. Item three, audience time. Madam Clerk.
All right, hopefully the timer will work. All right, we have a number of people talking tonight. I'm going to call you up in groups of 6. To speed it along, you have 3 minutes. The first 6 will be Katie Bloodhurst, Ephraim Heredia, Regina Poyser, Matt Wachowski, Amy Bracamatis, and Elizabeth Marrero. Katie Bloodhurst, Ephraim Heredia, Regina Poyser, Matt Wachowski, Amy Bracamatis, and Elizabeth Marrero. So I'm sorry if I really messed up. And let's see who's first. It's on my phone. Go right ahead.
I wanted to start my time with a quote from Waukegan's own Ray Bradbury. But how can I leave myself alone? We need not be let alone. We need to be really bothered once in a while. How long is it since you were really bothered about something important and about something real? Ray Bradbury must have seen the future to write Fahrenheit 451, and for me to see it enacted in his very own hometown. I come to this council not only as a citizen of Waukegan and as a neighbor to people who don't look the same as me, but as a historian. And as a historian, I am beyond horrified to witness what I have seen today on social media and from my community. As a historian, we are trudging down a well-known path to complete and total dictatorship, complete with disappearing people who the government deems inferior and the censorship of oppositional voices. Today, I was left nauseous after seeing countless pleas online for people to please bring food to individuals who are too terrified to leave their house because of the color of their skin. I saw images of ICE agents forcing their way into a college to arrest individuals who sought to educate themselves and to create a better future. Mayor Cunningham, I wanted to offer my sincerest condolences to you because I saw a video of you witnessing a kidnapping, and that is absolutely traumatic, and I am so sorry. That same desperate, helpless look on your face is the same one I saw on mine in my rearview window driving here today. I'm standing here with people who would love to talk to you, but who have been forced to stay in hiding tonight. I'm terrified for my neighbors, my friends, and my community, and I know you are too. When I moved to Waukegan, I was beyond thrilled to live in such a thriving cultural center. As someone who loves it here, it is my sincerest duty to try and protect it to the best of my abilities. I'm not a soldier, I'm not a poet, but I do have a voice, and I want to make sure I used it. To my mayor and alder people, I am sorry you were elected to serve through one of the darkest times in American history. I have studied other dark So I am here to plead with you to please do something. I need you all to stand up for your fellow man and your community. Waukegan residents, I have seen so much compassion and solidarity today. Please keep fighting. Officers, continue to protect your citizens. We need you now more than ever. Firemen, save us from the fires of those who want to watch our community burn out. My government officials, do not stand by and watch. How many people in this room said they would never let what happened in Nazi Germany happen here? How many of those people said the same thing but were too scared to leave their houses tonight? I leave you with this final quote from our very own Waukegan prophet, Ray Bradbury. To everything there is a season, yes, a time to break down and a time to build up, yes, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. Now more than ever, we need to speak and we need to be bothered. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name's Jeffrey Grady. I'm a lifelong resident of Waukegan. I agree with everything she said. And what I'm going to say is probably going to seem trivial compared to what's happening in our society. I'm here to talk about proposed laundromats in Waukegan, both on North Avenue. Earlier today, I was able to attend the meeting of the community development, and thankfully they amended the hours of operation. It was originally proposed to close at 10 o'clock. The amendment now has them closing at 8 o'clock, which is very important because these laundromats are in a residential neighborhood, not in a strip mall. And so they're coming forth with that at the council in a couple weeks. My other concern about these laundromats, besides that, my wife wants them painted a different color because it's now hideous blue, but anyways, the security of this laundromat, the staffing of this laundromat, I'm not sure exactly what the city council, what the city can do to ensure that they have someone present at both locations. Those are the conversations. I don't think that was their plan. They want one person to work between both sites. And I have concerns. Security concerns, safety concerns. Someone does their laundry, puts it in, 30 minutes, they don't want to sit in there, they come out in the parking lot, turn their radio on. Who's going to tell them it's too loud? Or who's going to monitor their children if a mom is there with 2 or 3 kids trying to do her laundry, do her dryer, fold clothes, and she's got kids that are running in the parking lot? There needs to be somebody there. Okay? These are things that I hope that the city will hold them accountable. I want them to be held accountable to run this business. It's not a car wash where you're there, wash a car, leave. You don't have to have anybody working there. This is a laundromat which people will be there. So hopefully the city council and the city will do something to make these owners of these laundromats. And I'm not against the business in itself, but I want them to be held accountable. Signage, things like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Regina Poisler, please.
Good evening, Council, Mayor, members of the city, fellow peers. My name is Regina Poisler, and I'm a veteran, a wife, a mother, a taxpaying citizen, and proud life in 7th Ward resident. I stand before you tonight not just as a businesswoman or a non-for-profit founder, but as a mother whose life was forever changed right here in our own city. My son was shot just right behind the Gypsy Theater, a place that should be and symbolize a safe place, community and culture. But for me, it also symbolizes pain, loss, and a call to action. That tragedy could have broken me, but instead, it gave birth to a new purpose. It pushed me to create something meaningful, something that's going to help prevent another parent from fulfilling what I felt. That's why I founded the Waukegan One Love Skating Family Resource Center, a 501c3, non-for-profit organization. Our goal is to open in Q1 of 2026. I know you guys are sitting on that. And right here in the heart of downtown, in the old Ace Hardware building, I'm going to change some things here in the city. And this is not just a skating rink, it's a safe haven, a place where youth in states learn, grow, and belong. It's a family fun center where parents and children can connect in a positive environment. It's a community resource hub, offering mentorship, job training, and mental health support to help our young build a better path forward. Our vision is very simple but powerful. It's to provide a safe space where family fun runs wild and hope runs deeper. As someone who has served this nation very proudly, served the city as a resident of the 7th Ward, and I'm asking for this council support and partnership. I'm not asking for a handout. I'm asking for a hand up. Because it is more than business, it's a movement to restore unity, opportunity, and love for our community. This project represents safety over sorrow, prevention over punishment, and community over chaos. When those doors open in 2026, I want every one of you to be able to say we helped make that possible. Because this isn't just my dream, it's a Waukegan's opportunity.
Thank you, Regina. Dan Chomsky.
And people wearing pink today. Thank you.
My name is Matt Wachowski. I live here in Waukegan with my wife, and I was very disturbed about the videos I saw over the weekend of masked and armed ICE agents in Waukegan at the Home Depot, at CLC, at the Washington campus of Waukegan High School. We are a country of immigrants. My mother is from Canada, my father's family is from Poland and Germany. These attacks, you know, they're un-American. And I might be the chair of the Waukegan Township Democrats, but this should not be a Democratic or Republican issue. These outrageous attacks are not only against families, but are against our constitutional rights. Trump's attacks on birthright citizenship and due process impact all of us, regardless of our legal status or ancestry. And driving around town today doing errands, I saw a lot of empty stores, empty streets, you know, fear, reminded me of COVID. But, you know, I know a little something about showing courage in the face of fear, because I'm a union organizer by trade. We help workers to overcome their fear of the boss to stand up for their rights at work. That's why our union, Workers United, has done Know Your Rights trainings for immigrants and for the community. We cannot allow these attacks to divide our community. Today, it might be Latinos, but we know that Trump and his MAGA goons have attacked black people, union organizers, the LGBTQ community, teachers, veterans, seniors. We are all under attack. I'm proud of our Waukegan leaders, like Mayor Cunningham, who have raised their voices, educated the community about their rights, while also remaining calm and encouraging calm in these very distressing times, which is in contrast to some of our elected leaders who I'm ashamed of, who have posted report and illegal memes on their Facebook and repeatedly denigrated Latinos for celebrating their heritage. We ask that all of our elected leaders can do more to support Waukegan, be present, enact policies to protect our immigrant communities, attend and promote Know Your Rights trainings. We stand in solidarity. We'll raise our voices and we'll be assisting our neighbors. I'm happy to speak with anyone interested in learning ways to get more involved. You know, together we will prevail. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be defeated.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hello, Mayor and Alderman and our audience and out there. My name is Amy Brock-Montes, and I'm the kindergarten game and bouncy houses. Again, this is going to be on Saturday, October 18th from 2 to 7 p.m. Not only that day we're also having a over the art walk, and we're also having a zombie walk, and we're hoping that anyone that feels safe can come and support. I just want to say that we as a chamber, we are the voice for businesses, and we have to be able to support our businesses and nonprofits because they're going to provide the resources our community needs. And if we don't stick together, it's going to affect the economy of Waukegan. So we need to be able to stick together and support our businesses. So I do hope that we do show that those that cannot be there to be in this festival. It's very important. We have to have something positive in our community. Again, my name's Amy. Thank you for your time.
Good evening, city staff, audience. My name is Elizabeth Montero, and I am currently ready to say, but I'm here. I do want to take some time. I was one of the coordinators for the parade about Independence from last year, and I didn't have a chance to come in last meeting to say thank you to everybody who showed up, given the circumstances, difficult time, all the aldermen, mayor, city staff. I do want to say thank you to El Jefe, the way I call it, Chief Navarro. And also I do want to commend our commander, Adriana Cancino. She was very, very helpful. You have a leader in her. I want to say thank you for all the help they provided. So I do want to say that she needs grace. But I'm also here as a social worker too. I'm here because I cannot remain silent in what's going on with my community. I am lucky enough that I am a U.S. citizen, me and my family. However, my anxiety level has been going up, everything that's going on. My community is hurting, and I know it's hard because ICE is a federal level, and you might think, what can you do, right? But I'm urging the community to stick together and know your rights, educate yourself, and be smart about it. I don't want that, and the incident that happened in Chicago that they shot someone, a lady, that she was interfering with ICE, but we need to also know how to do it properly. And if you see something, please call the appropriate numbers. I think the mayor did mention it in his comments. The number is 855-435-7693. It's from Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights. And I'm also urging you guys are the leader. Aldermen, this is your time to shine. We need you, especially for Latinos aldermen. I know you guys care about the community because I've seen you guys, but we need you at this time right now to say something. Don't stay silent. You guys could create, your works better than anybody else. You guys could create meetings, support the non-for-profits that are helping in the rapid response, donate something, pass the information, to make sure that we're doing this right. I don't know what else can we do, but I'm just urging for you guys to say something. Don't stay silent because people can interpret that in the wrong way, thinking that you guys are not being supportive. And to tell my community, we're here for you. And just, I pray that this time shall pass. But thank you so much for being here tonight. I love this, that this is full of people. Normally, we don't see Latinos much here. And I'm also urging that if we are able to vote, please vote in the elections. Because this is the time that we can make a change to do something. Thank you.
Brother Blanks, David Paulson, Stephanie Bynum, that's Isaiah Campos, Rita Mayfield, Stacy Boulard, Brother Blanks, Daniel Paulson, Stephanie Bynum. So Isaiah, you're up. 3 minutes.
Thank you. My name is Isaiah Campos. I am Commissioner for the Round Lake areas. It starts with Round Lake. I represent Round Lake. I ran in 2022, and I became the first and youngest Latino in history to the county board. I say that not to promote myself, but to show how far we've come and how far we still need to go. We do need to vote. We do need to make our voices heard. But I'll take it one step further. We need to run for office. As if the power changes and is back into our hands. The only way that this changes is if our elected officials stand behind us, and I know you do. I was out there when Dariana was kidnapped by ICE this afternoon. I was the one that shared the video that garnered 105,000 views and shared more than 1,000 times. This is our weapon in the Trump administration. When fascist governments come into power, it requires complicity. This is how we do not stay complicit. We hold them accountable for when the time comes, they will all be prosecuted for their indiscretions. I look out and I see many faces, and I see the future of our country rests in your hands. I'm standing with Maggie, the prima of Dariana, and I want to let everybody know that Dariana is safe and she is with her family tonight. She's actually on her way here. For coming out and helping and being on the front lines with us. Your leadership and your compassion shows every single day you are in this office, and I'm glad to have endorsed you, and I'm glad that I made the right decision. I also stand before you in the boots that I served in as a Navy corpsman and trained as a corpsman to follow our Marines in battle. The same ones my mother wore when she was in the service. The same ones my father wore when he was in the service. When we took that oath to defend freedom, foreign and domestic. We have to defend our freedom now. And left to Maggie, thank you.
I have just a few.
Your time is up.
Oh, well, I think I'm on the list, so I'll say it when I come up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let me go on. Rita Mayfield, Honorable Rita Mayfield.
Hello everyone, I'm State Representative Rita Mayfield and I represent this district. I am born and raised in Waukegan. This is my district, my community, my pueblo. I care about the people who live here. I grew up with so many individuals who have blended families. Not everybody is documented that I know. And I have personally taken care of so many families in this particular community. And I do it because I care about the people in my community. As your state representative, we are passing laws to protect everyone regardless of their immigration status. We passed the Trust Act, we passed the Voices Act, we've empowered our Attorney General to go to court and fight for you. We have put the resources into our community organizations. We're the ones that are funding ICER, Mano a Mano, and HASAS. We are making sure that 800 number that was given out several times so that you can have the resources that you need within this community. We are going to stand with you. We're going to fight with you. I go back to Springfield next week. I will be fighting down there. Every time you see Governor Pritzker online talking about what he's going to do, he doesn't do that in a vacuum. He needs state representatives that care about your communities to go down there and fight with him to ensure that the funding keeps flowing and that we are passing the laws that are going to make the biggest difference. To my families that I am personally taking care of. Everybody's like, well, we didn't see you at this march or that march. I did go to marches. I did go to press conferences. But I'm also out here delivering groceries. I'm out here delivering medications. I am out here taking care of my families. I don't put that on Facebook because these individuals are undocumented and I am not going to put them on blast. I am not doing this for a photo op. I am doing this because it is the right thing to do and I care about each and every single family in this community. Now is not the time for finger pointing. Now is the time for us to all stand together. We are all our brother's keeper. This is not a Latino problem. This is a community problem. You did a great job today. Thank you so much.
Proud of you.
Yes, we are all proud of you for your intervention. We absolutely do. But I'm going to ask everybody, please, please check on your neighbors. Check on your neighbors. You know who your neighbors are. If they need groceries, share with them. And how much, it doesn't cost that much to buy a bag of beans and rice. Come on now, we can all do this. You know, they need supplies. They need cleaning supplies, toilet paper, personal products. Come on. We are our brother's keeper. Let's take care of each other. Please, please. And I just can't say it enough. And for my families that are watching at home, know that God has you and He will give you victory over your enemies. Thank you.
Mayor and council members, my name is Stacy Bullard. I'm the president of the Association of Minority Contractors of Lake County, or AMCLC we call it. This is Ernesto, who is the vice president of AMCLC. We are a construction minority association where a lot of our construction professional members were born here, live here, and or built right here in the great city of Waukegan. We are here today, along with 30 other members that's here, up here now, because of the $500 million opportunity that stands before us, the upcoming casino project. And we need to ensure it becomes a catalyst for real, lasting growth in our community. Mayor and council members, you have a unique power right now. This project doesn't just mean new jobs. It means local minority contractors can build our casino while circulating hundreds of millions of dollars back into Waukegan, into the hands of the very families who need economic stability most. Our money should circulate in our community. Look at what Chicago accomplished. Bally's, Chicago, they formed what you call a builders collective contract agreement where they had Gilbane, they had Brown and Moen, they had D'Escavo, they had Millhouse, Powers and Son, and Ujama Construction, all as general contractors to build that. They came together. And I know because I sat on those calls, and guess what? They gave me an early exit because they said Chicago first. And I understand, I agree, because Waukegan should do the same concept that Waukegan should come first also. I've worked on union PLAs, so there's no excuse why minorities can't work alongside with the unions. I've worked on diversity plans, so we know how to put the dollars not just in landscaping, but from top to bottom, that we can work the black and brown together, and even women. Right now, a general contractor, I understand, has been selected. Without your intervention, they'll check boxes instead of building partnerships. It's okay if the big guys don't make all the money. It's enough to set aside some for our local and minority community. I look forward to sitting down and discussing this more in depth with you all. Here's what we're asking. We're asking that you would set at least a 25% local minority participation goal and 25% local contractor goal, and also advocate for the casino and the GC partner to work with AMCLC to ensure that we maximize this opportunity to create real economic power from top to bottom for Waukegan.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you.
Brother Lance Fountain, Chief President of Black Abolition Movement for the Mind. I'm here again on Calister Avenue. I see that it's now beginning to get resurfaced. And I want to bring to your attention that for 200, or maybe about maybe 200 yards coming out from Belvedere up to what is known as the Stadium House. That part is not getting paved. I don't know if we've done with the lead line there, but that's going to still be one big patch that is not paved. And you look at Avenue, North Avenue, where, the whole thing is paved at one time. So while you guys are working there, I'm appealing to you that where the Stadium House begin out to Belvedere, if you're working there, why not just take that extra little 200 feet and pave that too, as opposed to we have the whole part of the street paved from the Stadium House to 10th Street, but we still have that patch there And at some point, if you look at the alligators and what the road is party in that spot, you're gonna have to pave that too. You might be back within a year just to see the disrepair of that area. So keep in mind, we deserve on the south side and in the first ward to get a whole paved avenue as well, as opposed to partially paved in here now and partially paved in later. I sent some of the video footage and the photos to Sam as to what Joe Kennedy did not do, as well as Robinson Engineering. So you all will have access to those videos and that footage to hold Joe Kennedy and Robinson Engineering accountable. We should not be spending that kind of money still on what results of Joe Kennedy and the discretions of Robinson Engineering that did not hold them accountable. And in closing, as a United States Army veteran, I am totally appalled at what we have as far as bringing in the National Guards or any type of military to enforce against the citizens of our city. Now, don't get me wrong, there is issues, there definitely some room for improvement in our immigration issues. But the terrorism and the inhumane treatment that the citizens of this city is experiencing, it should never be agreed with, and they should be held accountable. So I'm not with that. As a United States veteran, terrorism is not the way to impose upon our citizens. Thank you for your time.
With Certified Electrical Services. I'm actually coming as an associate of the Association of Minority Contractors of Lake County. I'm a resident of Waukegan, born and raised just a few blocks south of here. To be honest with you, I think the city is great. It's been great to me ever since I was younger. I love seeing the progress. Thank you guys for what you guys do. We're just here, just trying to request a small piece of the projects that are going to be happening in Waukegan. I've had my business for 5 years. I'm proud to be Waukegan resident, and we just basically would like just a small piece of the pie. Unfortunately, in the trades, sometimes it's not really what you know, it's who you know. But guys like us, all we want is an opportunity, and you guys will not be let down. Like I said, as a member of the AMCLC, we just request maybe 25% of the project, maybe some local dollars. If you guys reinvest in us, you know we're going to reinvest it into this community. We have homes here, where our kids go to school here, and we shop local all the time. So I'll keep it brief because I understand there's other issues to go, but I'd like to thank you guys all for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bynum. I'm a resident of Waukegan, but I also work at Cole Children's Museum, and I'm making this very brief because there are more important things. But our pop-up museum is opening at the Belvedere Mall. It is starting this Saturday, and it'll go through January 17th. There are free family hours, Wednesdays 4:30 to 6:30 p.m., and Thursdays through Saturdays 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We have hands-on activities for kids, art and art studio, lots of fun building blocks, lots of hands-on science learning. Please come to the Belvedere Mall, Suite 2219, for hands-on activities for kids and families. I have flyers I'll put in the back in English and Spanish. Thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure you also catch who gets that for us. Yes. Okay, thanks, Steph. Nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you.
The next group of 6, Frank London, John Rickle, Cameron Crombie, Judy Masterson, Lamonta Ivey, and Chris Simons. That is Frank London, John Rickle, Cameron Crombie, Judy Masterson, Lamonta Ivey, and Chris Simons. Go ahead, Mr. London.
Yes, I want to say thank you to Mayor Cunningham and the City Council for allowing me this opportunity to speak. My name is Frank London. I am an owner of CMIT Solutions. We are a managed service provider and IT services company that provides specialized services for small and medium-sized businesses. For the last 25 years of my life, I have been a part of this community, a part of the area. I'm not born and raised here, but my heart is here in this community, 100%. My wife and I have walked the streets of Waukegan many days, believing that we would start a business and we would be able to impact this community. What we envision in giving back is what drives CMIT. We give back to the community, whether it's providing jobs, mentorship to students, and those who need jobs. We believe that we can make an impact. We became members of AMCLC because we believe that we now have an opportunity to do even greater. Now that we are business owners, we can give back to this community in a greater capacity because now we have a collective voice that is speaking on behalf of the community. You know the data, you know what the Harvard Business Study said, that minority businesses drive more economic growth and they give back to the communities in a major way. So we stand in 100% agreement with AMCLC and our ask that we be a part of the strategic vision of Waukegan, that we be a part of the strategic projects in our requirements of 25% of the local participation and all of your vision that when you build, we all build together. I thank you again for your time and allowing us to speak. Thank you.
Waukegan Concrete. My father started a business back in '82. I've been running the company since 2020. All we ask is we get part of the 25% of this minority contract that's going to be coming through for the casino. It's going to benefit the community, my family, other families in the neighborhood, 2 years as well. So just give it consideration.
Thank you, sir.
I'm a lifelong resident of Waukegan's 6th Ward and current co-chair of the Lakefront chapter of the Democratic Socialists of America. I'm here today because my phone has been blowing up this entire past week with reports of my neighbors being abducted by federal agents. And I want to know, what is my city planning to do about it? All of our institutions posting that they are closely monitoring the situation, or that we need to build trust, clearly isn't stopping ICE from targeting and kidnapping Waukegans. So something needs to change. Sam, today, after you witnessed federal agents kidnapping a U.S. citizen outside of City Hall, you plugged the great work that Mano a Mano has been doing. And today, you plugged the ICER hotline during your speech earlier today. This is a start, but what is the city actually doing to support the people in this time of need? We need more. We need it fast, and we need it institutional. Fear is being spread through our community by these fascist thugs, and they are enabling other fascists to come out of the woodwork, as is evident by the row of swastikas that was spray painted on city property down Macquarie. To counter this fear, we need the city to show that they have our backs. We need to send police to the areas that we know ICE is targeting, so that they can alert and prevent these warrantless abductions. We need to provide Waukegan's many small businesses with the trainings and resources to protect their customers and their clients. And in this time where the governor of our great state is calling for resistance, we need to not stay passive. We have the opportunity to stand for your people. Take it.
Masterson, you're up.
Hello. So I've lived in Waukegan for 45 years, and I've come to understand that we're a city of neighborhoods, a much smaller type of city of neighborhoods than Chicago, of course. But it's our neighborhoods that define us. And I just want to say, I've lived in Waukegan for more than 45 years, that without immigrants and their contributions, Waukegan wouldn't be shit. Revived Waukegan, kept it going, bring new life. It's ridiculous what's happening, and I do want action. I want action from our city. I want action from our city. But about painting. Now, I want to support Mr. Heredia, who is a neighbor, a next door neighbor to the laundromat that's going to be put up. Now, like him, I have no problem with laundromats. I know we need more housing. There's increased number of rentals. People apparently don't have laundry facilities. They need a laundromat. But I do take issue with some of the things that the new owners have done, which is paint that building, which used to be, I don't know, let me just tell you very briefly about that area. It's mixed commercial and residential. So that corner where the laundromat is going in, that used to be a very quiet dental office in a beige stucco. Now it's this bright blue monstrosity. And when somebody mentioned this laundromat going in and the color they had painted it at a recent board meeting, there was a collective groan in the room because it is outrageous. It ruins the character of that whole corner, which includes a small Islamic cultural center, a bodega, a major music, another storefront church, and movies. So I'm just saying, whoever owns the laundromat, be respectful of your neighbors. Do you think we want the whole character of our neighborhood changed? And not only that, what about the lighting? What about the safety? It's not the place for a bright blue building that's open till 10 a.m. All the other businesses close at 8. And I feel bad for the people who have to live to it and live right next door to it. So I'm very concerned about it. I'm concerned about the impact on the aesthetic of the neighborhood. And just, we're neighbors, okay? So whoever owns the building, I don't know if you're here, be nice. You know, don't just pop that down in the middle of a neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Good morning, council. Good morning, mayor. Good morning, everyone. We'll make this quick. My name is Lamont Ivy. I'm part of the Association of Minority Contractors. I'm not a very good speaker, but I own multiple businesses. I am from North Chicago, which is a partner community of Waukegan, and I own many residents and properties in Waukegan, and I own many businesses. And I have tenants that are scared to go outside, so that is the issue that we need to try to come in contact with as soon as possible. I have to waive. A lot of people rent because they're scared to go to work. But that is not what I'm here to speak on. I'm here to speak on my construction company. My construction company is part of the Association of Minority Contractors. We do work for the city of Chicago, the city of Highland Park, the city of Northbrook. We've done city of Chicago a lot. I think most people see me on Facebook working in the high rises in downtown all the time. I would like to be able to do that for my city that I live next to, that I have properties, I have businesses in, and I've been part of the community for 45 years now. I would like to be able to give back to my tenants and help them out, the ones that are scared to go outside because of the travesty that's going on around us. I would like to be able to help and do more, which this casino project will allow us to do if we can keep the money going through the community. So my name is Lamont. I want to keep it short, but there's other important contract, other important people to speak beside me, and I would like to consider it for this evening. Thank you.
Rules of the city of Waukegan's public comments. We have reached the 45 minutes, but the mayor has extended that time frame to those remaining, so we will continue. The next one will be Mr. Chris Simmons. Please step forward, sir.
Hi, yes, my name is Christopher Simmons. I am owner of Chris Inc. LLC, hauling, demolition, paint, remodel. I've been a business owner in Waukegan for over 20 years. Originally, I had a barber shop on Grand Avenue. During the pandemic, we shut down. I did a transition. Now I'm doing demos and painting as such. I am here with AMCLS as a member. Also, just want to give my take on how it would help our community in providing at least the 25%. So it definitely will build a strong community relationship. It comes from an increased local investments when hired local contractors. More money stays within the community that boosts the local economy and help create a sense of shared ownership and pride in the project. That's all I want to say.
Almentis Johnson. Almentis Johnson. Charlene Medina, Carolina Fabian, Michelle Lopez, Rayon Edwards, and Maggie Hinojosa. Esther Heron. A. Johnson. Charlene Medina, Carolina Fabian, Michelle Lopez, Rayon Edwards, and Maggie Hinojosa. Ms. Heron, please go right ahead.
Good afternoon. The number of more fatalities worldwide is appalling. But what about the United States? The New York Times names it the U.S. silent epidemic. In England, it's called the silent war. More people die from it than from fire, from non-drug, from poisoning, and drowning combined. The U.S. world record rate is escalating, while other nation rates are declining. Who do you think the victims are? They are pedestrian and cyclists. Political and public apathy normalize this epidemic disaster. In 2023, 7,300 pedestrians and 1,100 cyclists were killed in traffic accidents, accounting for 20% of deaths. In addition, 60,000 pedestrians and 42,000 cyclists were injured. Let's embrace the four pillars of safety: engineering, education, enforcement, and emergency. The farming areas require evaluation, infrastructure. Urban design focuses on vehicle rather than on people. Poor driver behavior, distraction, fatigue, reckless driving, failing mirrors, and DUIs. Vehicle size. SUV and pickups cause 40% of death. Visibility. Poor street lights and obstructed line of vision and intersection. Speed. The high speed on highways causes a spillover effect on other roads. Jaywalking. It contributes, but other factors play a role in this strategy. Hit and run incident is another aggravating factor. Only California and Florida safeguard both groups. Financial costs exceed $99 billion. However, the main burden falls on the family, friends, and the entire community. In fact, Mrs. Michelle Hybrid, who rests in peace, was about 6 months pregnant, and both were killed in Waukegan while crossing Grand Avenue 2 weeks ago. My condolences to her family. Some cities are developing high-impact, low-cost urban interventions to prevent death and injuries. Waukegan, on the other hand, is reducing visual signs leading to dangerous situations. I am opposed to the color painted over the tracks at crossing, as drivers frequently disregard them. Waukegan residents are expecting roadway enhancement with safety addition on highways. Take a proactive approach and strategic measures for a safer community instead. For every life lost, one is too many. Please lower your wheels. I have been a pedestrian my entire life. Thank you.
Thank you. A. Johnson, last call. A. Johnson. All right, Charlene Medina.
Hi, I was born and raised in Waukegan. I am currently serving our Waukegan School District as a school psychologist, and I am here because I am deeply concerned about the ongoing actions that this federal agency operating in our community is taking. Many of us feel we're being racially profiled and targeted in ways that resemble a manhunt, rather than law enforcement. These actions violate our civil rights and constitutional protections. At what point will you, as our elected officials, will intervene to protect the residents of Waukegan from this abuse? What specific steps are you taking to ensure that federal agencies operating here do not break the law or engage in racial profiling? We need protection from discriminatory practices now. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Carolina Farian, for those of you who don't know me, and for those of you who can't roll your R's, I do answer to Carolina Fabian. I am here on behalf of myself as a community member, I felt it important to come and make a public comment because we are watching history repeat itself again. We are living in a time where our federal administration we are living in a time where our federal administration is clearly sowing division and creating chaos. By now, we should all know how the story ends. We should know the right side of history. However, for those that don't, I don't blame them because our country has never done a great job of teaching our American history unabridged, or world history for that matter. And 3 minutes is not enough time to have a history crash course, so I will say this as briefly as possible. This is not about the right or the left, Democrat or Republican. It is not about catching criminals or just targeting a certain group, Latinos. It is about our human rights being violated, and in this country, it's also about our civic and constitutional rights being stripped. I am on the side of humanity, and I want to publicly thank you, Mayor, for being on the same side, for choosing humanity and our Waukegan community, and for being vulnerable, for standing up for your citizens and informing the community. When one group suffers, we can all feel the consequences. Our community is being harassed. Our families are living in fear. Our businesses are making hard decisions to cut back their costs. And our nonprofits are trying to figure out how to do more with less. I implore our Waukegan citizens to stay united, to fight for what is morally right, and to really consider what side of history you want to be on. It costs nothing to be kind or empathetic. And please check on your neighbors, and don't forget to fill your cup. And if I can help in any way, please reach out.
Good evening, members of the council. I apologize ahead of time if I break down because this has been a really tough day today. We are being hunted. That's not an exaggeration, it's our reality. Our people are followed, questioned, chased, and treated like criminals for nothing than more than how we look, how we speak, how we exist. A 15-year-old child, an American citizen, was so terrified he ran for his life and was apprehended while simply waiting for a bus. Think about that, a child treated like a criminal for standing at a bus stop. Mothers walk their children to school in fear, fathers go to work praying they'll come home. This isn't rare, this is today. And let's make something very clear. We are not all illegal. We are students, workers, parents, business owners, taxpayers, people who build this city every single day. And yet we are treated as if our very existence is a crime. Yes, we know that the city does not work with ICE, and we are grateful for that. But that is not enough. Non-cooperation doesn't stop the fear. It doesn't stop the intimidation, and it doesn't stop the trauma. We need more. We need real protocols that protect our people. We need resources, legal help, rapid response, and safety systems that stand between our families and the broken system. We are being hunted. And we stood by and watched. Because as Emiliano Zapata said, I would rather die on my feet than to live on my knees. Our bloodline is made of warriors, and we will not kneel to injustice.
Good evening, council, community. Before I get into my whole spiel, I see everybody up here for the contracts. Contracts for the casino. Where y'all been at all year? With all of the issues and the problems that's going on in our city, y'all only show up when it's money. That's insane behavior, y'all. But let me exclude some of you black business owners, because Lake County Towing is a black business owner. But the mayor took 80% of his contract, his towing, took it. And I don't hear no other black business saying nothing. And you ain't gonna say nothing till it happened to you. Good luck in getting one. But let's talk about the immigration system tonight. And to everybody that look like me that's on here saying it ain't our fight, you're a damn fool if you believe that. The president of this country is running a test. And if he can get away with this, we next. The man showed proof that he was a citizen, that he was a resident, and he was legal, and he was still taken down to the ground. If never a day in my life have my freaking feelings been hurt, that was the day. So don't get up here and tell me what somebody else been doing and how proud y'all is of them when we being dragged to the ground like we animals. Ain't nobody did nothing. And I'm so sick of all you politicians that just want a photo op.
Thank you,
Want to
sir.
hear
Thank
yourself
you.
heard.
Thank you.
She's your sister.
Excuse me, Maggie could talk now. Thank you. Thank you. Excuse me, Maggie, go ahead.
Thank you for your voice.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm not used to speaking, so please bear with me, but my name is Maggie Hinojosa. I'm a proud daughter of immigrant parents and a school social worker for the North Chicago School District. I was personally devastated to witness my cousin Dariana Fajardo being unjustly detained by ICE. Despite showing no signs of resistance, she was forcibly pulled out of her car, taken and thrown into their car. Watching that happen, knowing she had done nothing to warrant such treatment other than expressing her First Amendment rights, was deeply upsetting. Children in our neighborhoods are now afraid to go to school. Families are avoiding public places. The damage being done is deep and it's long lasting. This is not who we are. We must not allow fear and injustice to shape the future of our city. Please act urgently, Mayor Cunningham, to protect our neighbors, our family, and our children. Thank you guys for your time and your commitment.
It's only for you at this point. So let me go on.
She's good.
You can't defer the time. All right?
She's good. I just wanted her to say that she's okay.
This is Dariana, by the way.
We
Oh,
want
yeah. You are scheduled to be the last one to speak tonight.
Relax. We got this.
We got you. So hold on, we got more coming, all right? I'm gonna call the last group. The last group. Robert Salazar, Celine Cardenas, Emily Gottschalk, Margaret Carrasco, Josie Ruiz, and Clyde McLemore, and the final one will be Dariana Fajardo. So Robert Salazar, Celine Cardenas, Emily Gottschalk, Margaret Carrasco, Josie Ruiz, Clyde McLemore, and Dariana. So go ahead, Robert.
I'm not going to yell at y'all because, I don't have that in me right now. I'm usually one to, some of y'all know me, I tell jokes, I'm a local comedian, I make people laugh. I do it on stage, I do it on social media. I've never been so emotional and unable to feel a sense of humor for as long as I can remember. I've always been the guy to smile, always been the guy to make people smile when they can, and I just can't do it right now. There's so many things that need to be addressed, so many things that need to be said. I've never done this publicly, but I've seen a quote that said, if you are neutral in situations of injustice, then you've chosen the side of oppression. And I cannot choose the side of oppression. Like I said, I'm not one to really raise my voice, yell, make a scene. I'm in here talking to you guys instead of being out there for a reason. And that reason is, I believe the only thing to a resolution is action. We have a lot of people expressing emotions, and rightfully so, but this means nothing without a plan of action. And that's what I'm asking for you today. The aldermans, the mayor, I'm asking for some action. I'm not a person of politics at all. I don't know procedures.
I don't know what to do. People look at me, they ask me what to do. I honestly don't know. But from the little research I did, all I can tell is that from the action, the mayor's can issue what's something called an executive order. I don't believe we've done that yet. So I'm calling for an executive order from the mayor to ban ICE and federal agents. I started a petition on change.org. You can see it on my social media. My Facebook goes by Rob Salazar. It basically says that we want that from you, Mayor. We also would like some kind of task force assembled to do a lot of the things that I didn't think were being done, but after hearing Rita Mayfield speak, I believe some of this is already being done. But just a rapid response team to keep people informed. We need to, not everybody, not all the residents that are being targeted are on social media. Not all of them are able to watch the local news. We need to go old school. We need pamphlets being handed out. Know your rights. Know where to contact. Call this number. We have legal aid ready for you. We have representation ready for you. Something to arm the citizens to know their rights and to protect themselves against constitutional.
Thank you, Robert. Celine? Right ahead.
Alright, hello, my name is Celine. I'm a native-born Waukeganite and an aspiring physician who will hopefully one day get to serve the community that raised me and the community that I love as a physician. Standing here today, Diana, a 23-year-old, a best friend to my childhood friends who are here with me today, an American citizen rightfully proud of her Mexican roots, was detained forcibly by ICE today right outside this building. As a community member, I have just these few questions to the elected officials of Waukegan. In what ways is the Waukegan Police Department ensuring the safety of its residents? How can we trust police if when we need them the most, they are absent, under the pretext that federal jurisdiction is above them? Are we not on city property, land, where these things are happening? Will you crumble when faced with the federal government's fascist violence, or will you defend your people? What measures are in place to keep us safe from kidnappings, beatings, and discrimination? And I'm just asking for these questions to be addressed as far as we do. I'm not a public speaker, so I'm a little nervous. But mi gente, es la hora de despertar y de acertar nuestro lugar aquí en este continente. Nosotros venimos de gente luchona y como dice mi abuelo, venimos de la raza indígena y no vamos a dejar que nadie nos menosprecie. Es hora de luchar y resistir en comunidad y con estrategia. Ocupamos líderes, defensores del pueblo, no pinches vendepatrias o políticos corruptos. Venceremos.
Emmy Gottschalk, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Emmy Gottschalk, and I'm here to echo a lot of the things that have already been said about federal agents in our town. And there's been a lot of call to action from our elected officials, and I want to offer up 2 suggestions on what that might look like. The first suggestion is that we are not the first town or city to see this happen. This is happening all across Illinois. People in the South Side have been affected by this a lot more than we have currently. And we're also not the first state to see this impacted. So there are lots of other actions that are being taken all across the country, including some today by the city of Chicago. And I would encourage you guys to study hard about what everybody else is doing and what is working. We don't need to be super creative. I think that we can learn from everybody else who's trying to figure this out as well. And then use all of this information to help us act very swiftly. Because while we're not the only community that's going through this, I don't think that today or the actions of the past week are going to be the only time that we see this happening. I fear that it's going to get worse. My second suggestion on how you guys as our elected officials can really make a difference with what is going on is, especially you guys as aldermen, you know your neighborhoods and your wards better guys are very good at this during election season, where you go out and spread information. Please go spread information now. Spread the Know Your Rights. Spread all of the different resources that are available to families to help us get through this together. If you need any help in that effort, please reach out to me and the other area nonprofits that support this stuff. But we really need you guys hitting boots on the ground to help get the information out. I hope you'll consider these 2 suggestions to help us take meaningful action swiftly in our Waukegan.
Margaret Carrasco.
Bravo! Waukegan City Hall is jam-packed, inside and outside. I wish all Waukegan could be here to see it and live it and feel the vibes that are going on here. I assure you one thing is clear. Despite the siege, the army of ICE agents, armed, who invaded our community today, hunted down the Mexicans, hunted down U.S. citizen Mexicans, we're standing stronger than ever before. We will never, ever back down. Mayor, I commend you for standing up to ICE, face to face. He's the only mayor who has done that. North Chicago didn't, Zion didn't. They had Round Lake, they had Park City, no one. Thank you to Holly Kim and Rita Mayfield also for their continuous support for the immigrant community in many, many different ways. Congressman Grant Schneider is offering free help, ayuda, for any of the families who are impacted by ICE. Please call his office. And lastly, and most importantly, shame, shame to the College of Lake County, to Waukegan Public Schools, where's Carolina Fabian, school board member, for your failure to protect and communicate to the students and parents of the Waukegan Public Schools. Excuse me.
Ma'am, please. I'm sorry. Please, ma'am. Thank you.
I have eyewitnesses when the agents were behind between CLC parking lot and the campus, trying to get into school, in which they were hunted and arrested. ICE hunted Latino children at the school bus stops. I sent a letter to CLC asking them what are they doing to protect them over a month ago. No response. We need to act smarter, because I assure you, Waukegan, get ready. Tomorrow, they're going to be more aggressive. They're going to retaliate because we fought back, because we're standing, we're resilient. We need to be smarter. People, if an agent tells you to back off, you need to do that, because they will arrest you. They're not going to be lenient like they have in the past. If you're following them around town, they already said they're going to arrest you. Okay, so we can be effective. We can make the change. We need to unite more, but we need to be smart about it. We don't want another person shot dead. We don't want another person arrested.
Thank you, Margaret. Thank you. Josie Ruiz.
Thank you.
Josie Ruiz.
Hi everyone, so I work with kids, and our kids are our future, right? There has been a lot of activity around our kids that has caused a decrease in attendance, right? And what does that mean? In the future, it's going to impact the leaders that we have here, right? And so I want you to show up physically, show up, ask schools, how can I help you, right? Look into your wards. As folks have been saying, right? Chicago is a great model to take a peek at, start implementing things. A lot of people gave a lot of great options to potentially implement, right? Talk to us, please talk to us. Show your bodies, because that means so much to us, right? Right now, I haven't seen anyone show up. And it's impacting our youth. It's impacting our youth. And, you know, it's causing them trauma, right? The pain is done. It's really challenging to move on from that, right? So please show up, physically show up for our youth, our future. It means a lot to them. Even if you're just there asking them, how are you doing, love? How is your family? Just go, listen to us, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Clyde McLemore, Executive Director for Black Lives Matter. When this incident first came out with ICE, you know, I was like every other person. Not our problem. Where was they at when George Floyd died? But Saturday, I was asked to go visit Broadview. And what I witnessed, when I say Black Lives Matter, I never said only Black Lives Matter. We all know all lives matter, but all lives can't matter until all lives matter. What I mean by that is, Martin Luther King said it best, injustice anywhere is injustice to us all. And what I witnessed today, I stand with you, Latino, you Mexicans, immigrants. Because y'all was dumped on us. We didn't go get y'all. They brought y'all from Texas down here. And all you tried to do was find a place to live and be happy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm offering you. I got a 6,650 square feet building. It's secure. I got a fence around it. It closes up. We need you leaders to come and strategize. I don't want to lead this. We want you Latinos to lead this, you Mexicans to lead it. But I'm giving you a safe place to meet at 668 Lenox. Call me, tell me when y'all want to set it up. You got a safe place, don't cost you a dime. Because I'm tired of this. All lives gotta matter. And we need to come together. And for the black people that think this ain't their problem, it's been our problem from the beginning. They just got in the game. We've been getting killed and arrested and everything for the longest, all the way back from Emmett Till. Before then, how you gonna say this ain't our problem? I felt like a fool because when I drove back from Broadview back to Waukegan, I had tears in my eyes with what I witnessed. And to count on these politicians, and I will say this here, y'all might not like it. When I was at Broadview, I saw state police with billy clubs protecting ICE. Now, who can deploy state police? You think I'm lying? I got the videos. Go on Clyde McLemore's page. You go on there. State police, Illinois State Police was out there with billy clubs against peaceful protesters. Now you think I'm lying? I got it on video. Now you gonna tell your eyes that I'm lying? So, state police cannot be deployed without
for any of this to happen, honestly. I was just fighting for what I think is right, and I was kidnapped, per se. I was trapped in my car, and then they yanked me out of my car because they told me to go. How can I go if you're standing in my way? I'm a proud daughter of immigrants. I was born and raised in Waukegan. I'm very proud of my roots and who I am and where I'm from, and that will never stop. And I know right now all the attention is on me, and I'm not really a fan of that, honestly. Like, I know I was doing what I thought was right, and I still believe in that. But I want you guys to take that attention and focus on something that truly matters, because I am okay. I am fine, I am at home, and stand up for what you believe in. Go out there and do your thing, because there's power in numbers. They can't arrest everybody, I promise you that. I also want to thank the mayor. He made sure my car was good and I didn't get towed, because the ICE agents were definitely laughing, saying that it was going to get towed. And it didn't. It got safe. I was even picked up in it, where I was being held. And
Sorry, it's a little scary. I didn't even have to say yeah, because I don't like to speak in front of people. I also want to thank Commissioner Campos for being there and making sure everything got recorded, and everybody who was there and made sure that I was okay, and contacted my family and tried to get as much information as they could. I couldn't get into contact with anybody for hours. They took away everything from me, even my kissing. It was very sad. And also Luto Ortiz, she put me into contact with some lawyers, and hopefully everything will be settled out and I'll be able to do what I can to get back and do what I can for this community, because I really do care about everybody here, and it wouldn't be anything without the immigrants that live here. Thank you.
Alderman Turner.
Present.
Alderman Donowitz.
Present.
Alderman Florian. Present. Mayor Cunningham.
Present.
There you go.
Yes, absolutely.
Item 4, the audience time. All right. Item 4, consent agenda.
Just a minute. David Motley, could you shut that door? Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
Item 4. Item 4, consent agenda. Items on the consent agenda are considered routine and non-controversial. Non-controversial, they will be approved by one motion. If one board member wishes to have a separate vote on any item, it will be pulled from the consent agenda and voted on separately. There's a motion on the floor. A motion by Alderman Newsom, second by Alderman Bolton. Are there any questions to the motion?
Yes, sir, let's pull out item B.
Item B.
Yes.
Item B is to be pulled. Item 4A, motion to approve regular meeting minutes for Monday, September 15, 2025. Item C, motion to approve ratify regular payroll date September 19, 2025, in total amount of $2,130,457.06. Item 4B, motion to approve and ratify miscellaneous payroll. Item 4D, motion to approve and ratify miscellaneous payroll, PD, HBB, and CT cash out, EPO, and CS, and final payout date September 19, 2025, in a total amount of $73,599.81. Items 4E, motion to approve limit payments dated October 6, 2025, in a total amount of $3,600,59.57. Item 4F, motion to approve and ratify regular payroll dated October 3rd, 2025, in a total amount of $2,093,452.05. Item 4G, motion to approve and ratify payroll PD, HBD, and CT cash out, FD stipend and retro payout dated October 3rd, 2025, in a total amount of $90,540.19. Any other questions for the motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Bolton. Aye. Martinez.
Aye.
Felix.
Aye.
Newsom.
Aye.
Turner.
Aye.
Donowitz.
Aye.
Florian. Aye. Motion passed.
Motion passed and carried. There's a motion for 4B.
Yeah, I'd like to hold that over there.
The item has been held over by Clerk Alderman Turner. Items 5, reports of communication, there being none. Old business. Item 6A. Motion by Alderman Turner. Okay. Alderman Florian had her hand in the first, second by Alderman Turner. Orders amending the Unified Development Ordinance zoning calendar 2791. Any questions for the motion?
I would like to make an amendment to this motion.
Okay, there is a motion on the floor by Alderman.
Second.
There's a motion by Alderman Newsom, second by Alderman Felix.
To amend
To amend.
the motion that's on the floor. So do we have to go for the amend, to amend first and then vote for the?
You gotta say your amendment then.
My amendment is I would like to keep the sign DRB instead of Planning and Zoning Commission. Therefore, I would like to make a motion to adopt an ordinance amending the Unified Development Ordinance Zoning Calendar 2791, rejecting the change to section 2.03.B.4, accepting all the other amendments.
There's a motion and a second on the floor. Any questions to the motion?
I'm sorry, I'm not clear on what that is. You mentioned the DRB. Just summarize it for me, please.
It was going to go back to the Planning and Zoning Commission, but instead, I would like to keep it with the DRB, with the sign variances.
So we have a motion on the floor, the second, and we have a question on the floor.
Yeah, I'm just curious, can you expound on why you want to do that? I talked with Noelle, she can probably explain it a little bit more than I can, so that it's not going back and forth, and then you come to the council for approval, it will stay with the DRB, and then come back to the council. You can explain it better than I can.
Sure. Good evening, Alderman. One of the things that Alderman Newsom and my staff talked about was the time that it takes for processes, and DRB being a staff committee is a much shorter process than the process that it takes to go through Planning and Zoning Commission, Community Development Committee, and City Council. And because these sign variances are usually businesses that are either trying to open or trying to improve operations, she wanted to keep it on the fastest path possible, and make it just easier for the businesses to get through that process. So if the council is comfortable with the staff, the DRB, which is, as you remember, is a board made up of department heads from most of the city's departments, if you're comfortable with us making that decision like we're doing today when there's a sign variance, then that would be what that change reflects.
So the first four variants, the sign variance will be DRB and on the council.
No, but it would just, the way that it happens today, which if this amended motion is adopted, it would stay this way, is that they just apply through the building permit process. We realize that it needs a variance. We put them on the path for a DRB variance. DRB meets every month, so they can get on an agenda within a month of when it is and get their variance either approved or denied. Then
and then if it's denied, and they want to appeal it, it would come to the council.
Let me check the code and tell you the right thing. Usually an appeal of DRB goes to Planning and Zoning Commission, but let me double check because I did not study for that test. There is an appeal process for everything in the UDO. There is a formal appeal process.
Alderman Hayes.
If I could ask you a question, if the change that Alderman Newsom is proposing happens, would there be reduced scrutiny or reduced criteria that the applicants would have to meet? I guess, would there be reduced criteria that the applicants have to meet or reduced scrutiny from the department heads reviewing the applications for signs?
It would be exactly the same as it is today,
Okay.
which I think is reasonable scrutiny. We look at the code, the staff person who does the preparation for that does a table for us that says the percentage of variance it is from each of the standards. So it might be, there's a lot size requirement, there's a frontage requirement, there's a distance from residential requirement. So it could be 0 variance from the distance from residential, but a 25% variance from the frontage of the lot, something like that. So we get a table for each one, and then we can evaluate. The applicants come here and speak at this podium before the DRB, which sits in your seats, and we all ask questions. And sometimes we come one over and ask them to come back with more information or to make changes. Sometimes they've been approved.
Okay, so quicker process, same scrutiny, same rules apply.
It's only less scrutiny because it's not going before more bodies to evaluate it, but in terms of quality of scrutiny, I think it's excellent.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? So this is a this is a roll call on the amendment. Aye vote means yes for the approval of the amendments. I'm going to say, okay, roll call please.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Bolton.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
Felix.
Aye.
Newsom.
Aye.
Turner.
Aye.
Donald.
Aye.
Florian.
Aye.
Motion passed.
So the motion is passed for the amendment. Now we vote on the actual item, agenda item. Correct? That's for the next meeting. All right. There's a motion on the floor by, there's a motion on the floor by Alderman Florian. Who's Alderman, I think it was.
Ms. Turner.
Turner, Alderman Florian, Alderman on the original vote, now on the original amended motion. All right. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye, as amended.
Bolton. Aye. Martinez.
Aye.
Felix.
Aye.
Newsom.
Aye.
Turner.
Aye.
Donald.
Aye.
Florian. Aye. Amended motion passed.
Item 6A has been passed as amended. Item 6B, there's a motion by Alderman Victor Martinez, second by Alderman Donald. Resolution amending the fee and fine schedule of the city code in conjunction with amendments to the Unified Development Ordinance. Any questions to the motion?
I would like to amend this one too.
All right, there's a motion by Alderman Newsom, second by Alderman Felix to amend the motion.
I would like to make a motion to adopt a resolution amending the fees and fine schedule of the city code in conjunction with the amendments to the Unified Development Ordinance, setting a maximum of $5,000 for residential projects and $10,000 for non-residential projects for the tree value fee in lieu of replacing the tree by per inch.
Any questions to the motion?
Currently, it states that it's $75 per inch, but not more than a total amount of $7,500 for a residential project, or $15,000 for a non-residential project.
So you're just reducing them to 5,000 and 10,000?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Alderman Florian, I have the same question. All right.
And then that's no matter how many trees they cut down.
Is that per tree?
It's based on the inches that they need to replace. So depending on the quality of the tree, for example, if it's a diseased or dead tree, then there's no replacement requirement. But if it's a high quality tree, say an oak, then there's a 2-inch replacement requirement for each 1 inch that's removed. So if I have, say, 6 inches of trees that I have to replace on my property, but I only have room to put 1 3-inch tree, or I only want 1 3-inch tree, I can opt to pay into the fund instead, the fee in lieu of, and so I would pay $75 per inch.
So
But
this
this
is
would cap that. If I had 1,000 inches to replace, this would put the maximum at 5,000 for residential.
So I'm thinking this is the wrong, so this isn't the fine for cutting down a tree without a permit. This is if you're doing a project and you need to remove trees to do your project.
Right, so this is to afford a path, to have an alternative to having to replace the tree if there's a reason you can't or don't want to. So you have an alternative to that, you can pay into the city's tree fund. The tree fund then can be used to fund our forestry department to replace trees on public rights of way, on parkways and things like that. So currently, there's no cap on that. So if you have 1,000 inches to replace, you're gonna pay $75,000. So this puts a ceiling on it, so nobody would pay more than what we proposed at $715,000. Alderman Newsom suggesting 5,000 and 10,000 as the cap for that.
Any other questions to the motion? Oh, I'm sorry, Alderman Turner.
So, if I buy a house, and as far as that property includes trees, I gotta pay for mortgage over the trees in the house.
No, sir.
And then I decide I don't want them trees. I got something to do and pay for positions to cut my trees.
No, sir. The permit application is free. It's a free application. We do ask that everybody applies for tree permits. And then we work with the applicants. If the tree is dead, diseased, dying, damaging the property,
Right.
you're allowed to remove it, there's no cost. We just want to document that because we're also trying to keep an inventory of the city's tree canopy.
Right.
Because there's an overall value to the community, it helps stormwater management. It makes a difference for public infrastructure if we have trees in the community. They increase home values,
Right.
they help you keep your utility bills down, all of those things.
Okay. Yeah, I understand the value of the tree. If I make the decision to cut it, I gotta pay $5,000 or something.
No.
I gotta pay something.
Potentially, it depends, right? And so that's why we look at each property differently and each tree specifically. So if your tree is less than 6 inches, you don't have to replace it at all. If it's 7 inches, you replace the 1 inch that's above the 6 inches. Does that make sense?
I guess my point is, we're charging a property owner a fee. So they need permission, they gotta get permission where they gotta pay this fee, whatever it is, however it is, it's costing the property owner money.
So not necessarily. I mean, we're asking them to replace the trees. And
Regardless of what you're gonna do with the money, if I cut a tree down, you say, hey, Shirley, you gotta pay $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 because I cut my tree down. It's my tree, why do I have to give you money, give the government money to cut my tree? I'm buying the tree with my mortgage, it's my tree. Why do I have to pay? Just because I don't want the tree anymore.
we're asking you to replace the tree.
Okay.
Or to, and if not on your yard, maybe your neighbor wants a
But
tree.
you're not asking, you're requiring, you're forcing.
But you replace the tree, and if you don't want to replace the tree, then we offer you an alternative, and that is paying into the tree fund.
We're actually lowering the amount.
I understand you're going to, but it's ultimately, bottom line is, the government has a monopoly of force, and it all comes down to force, and so what you're doing is historically under force. You historically pay into this fund, give money, so I can cut my tree. Anyway, let's not belabor it, I know we're on the phone with it, so just call for it.
I'll be glad to talk with you about it.
Roll call, please.
This is on the amendment, Dr. Moore.
Yes, this is for the amendment.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Bolton. Aye. Martinez.
Aye.
Felix.
Aye.
Newsom. Aye. Turner.
Aye.
Donowitz.
Aye.
Gloria. Aye. All right, now we're on to the amendment.
So the motion passed, the amendment passed, now we're on to the original motion. The original motion, I'm sorry, who do we have for the original? The original amended motion now. So a motion by Martinez and Donowitz is the original motion. We're voting on the amended original motion. Roll call, please.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye. As amended.
Bolton. Aye. Martinez.
Aye.
Felix.
Aye.
Newsom. Aye. Turner.
Aye.
Donowitz.
Aye.
Gloria. Aye. Motion passed.
Motion passed and carried. Item 7, new business, there being none. Item 8, ordinances, there being none. Item 9, Alderman's time. Madam Clerk.
Alderman Hayes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that came this evening and spoke. I truly could not have said those messages any better myself. I was really, really impressed and proud of the community members, how articulate you were, how smart you were, how passionate you were, how patriotic you were, in the true sense of the word patriotic. Having you come here tonight, though made for an extended audience time, it was well worth it. It was terrific to see everyone, and I'm deeply sad, as the mayor said, given the circumstances of why you had to be here. I want to clarify a point that was made. Any statement by a local official in any community that there's federal jurisdiction is not pretext. It's actually true. What we are able to do is limited. And that right there is what makes it so invasive, so atrocious, so despicable, abusive, and illegal. I don't know if the courts will come around to seeing it that way. I hope that they do, but that is what makes it so difficult to combat. So I would encourage people to stand up for what you believe, but please do it peacefully, and please don't do it in such a way that it puts you, your family, your neighbors, or your community in harm's way. Keep coming to City Council. Please come and tell us what you think, and keep holding our feet to the fire. Thank you very much.
Alderman Bolton. Yes, I did that same point. Thank you, our constituent, for your courage. Thank God for the young lady being free. I'm just thankful for that. And thank you all, community, for your feedback. So I just want to announce October 16th, there will be a faith-based and non-for-profit meeting here in the chambers, starting at 9 o'clock. Breakfast will be served. We will be collaborating and talking about how we can move forward as a city. Then I also want to salute Pastor Barbara Brown. It's such a shock to see her leave us, but she's made some very significant deposits in other people's lives in this community, especially for children and our after-school program as well as her church community. And thank you for the Pastor John Davis that showed up. I was going to do the invocation, so I'm grateful that he showed the church community coming together and supporting our council. And saluting Black Lives Matter. We were there in his ribbon cutting, seeing the new facility. It's a joy that a program like that wants to give back to the community. And take this offer that was given tonight, using Hispanic community, using his facility, how we're collaborating and coming together. And then it's a joy to visit the City of Hope, our surrounding city, and sitting with the president of that organization that wants to be a solution to healing cancer. And it was really enjoyable to visit that facility, that hospital. And then, of course, on College Street, you see the repaving of that street. Thank you, citizens, for showing concern. Yes, it's limited up to a certain amount, but we're thankful that the street is even being repaved. And then the hot topic for tonight is on this Thursday. Please pick up a flyer and give me a meeting of the ward. Hopefully all our departments heads will be there to answer your question. I'm not sure the mayor's going to be there, but I'm sure our chief of staff will be there to address your issues, as well as I have at least 9 businesses that will be there. So we're looking for an exciting time. That will be at the Boys and Girls Club. The address 724 South Genesee. We will start promptly 6 to 7:30 p.m. Also want to invite City of Hope and any other businesses that want to come in. Once again, we will start promptly at 6 p.m. to 7:30. And we will be going Facebook Live, social media, and thank you in advance for the Boys and Girls Club for being there. Secondly, lastly, I'm doing a neighborhood clean sweep. It will be at 8 and Adams, starting at 8 till 12. I've already gotten heads up. They're talking about lining up at 7 a.m. So Public Works, here we go. We've done this a couple times where some people had to be turned away. So I just want to engage the community, use these resources, and thank you. And he's going to interpret in Spanish for me. Go ahead, Alderman Felix, do that for me. Announcing our meeting in the ward.
En reunión del Distrito 1 va a ser el jueves 9 de octubre de 6 p.m. a 7:30. El local sería Boys and Girls Club. La dirección sería 724 Sur Genesee Street, Waukegan, Illinois. Por favor, si tienen preguntas, háblenle a su concejal, doctora Sylvia Sims Bolton, de su concejal del Distrito 1. Aquí dice martes, pues es un jueves 9 de octubre.
Gracias, thank you. That's it. Alderman Martinez.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk and Council. Tonight was a night we witnessed something that we've never seen in Waukegan, but Latino community, the unity we exhibited tonight was tremendous. We all came together and we spoke about about the things that are happening with the uniting of the individuals in our community, families getting stripped away, dignity being treated as they were less than human. And it's just heartbreaking seeing the families and loved ones just being torn apart. You know, we have to do better as a nation. And so I stand with my Latino brothers and sisters, and therefore do the best I can to try to see what I can do, or continue to see what I can do. But this is Latino Heritage Month. This is not the way that I wanted it to be celebrated. But I stand with you, and you know what we witnessed tonight was something that it was solidarity of many people, not only Latinos, but there was a solidarity of the whole community coming together and fighting for the cause. So I just hope that it does get better, but I'm afraid that it'll get worse. But do know that I support you, and I pray, and I haven't seen what's going on. Unfortunately, I do have a broken foot, so I can't really be physically active like I was, but I pray for you and I support you. With that being also said, I also want to talk about the Lead Avenue Neighborhood Watch program that will be held on November the 5th. It will be from 6 to 7. We will have Officer Luke out there. This will be our second meeting. After the third meeting, that's when we will be installing our community neighborhood watch sign, so please look out for that. I will have more information coming forward. I will be going to each home on Lead Avenue, dropping off flyers. If you need any information, please reach out to myself, or you can also reach out to the neighborhood watch captain, Saul Cruz, and he can be notified, or you can reach at 773-554-2533. Also, the Lake County tree planting that's going on in Macquarie, it is part of Rebuild Waukegan. I have been getting a few phone calls. A lot of the residents want to know when it's going to start. They want to go out there and be the first one. And again, I want to commend the mayor and the whole city of Waukegan and the Lake County Planting Tree Committee for, again, planting 100 trees on Macquarie is unprecedented. We are the only board in the state that was honored to get that privilege. So, on behalf of my constituents and the city, we do thank you for that. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's why I'm wearing the pink shirt and also the ribbon. Personally, I have two family members, two of my sisters actually, are living with breast cancer, and they're both, thank God, in remission. So it hits me very personal, so I know exactly what families are going through, so I support that cause. And then also just briefly talk about the, let me see here, so basically that's all I really have, but again, I can't express, what is going on and how it's affecting us. The other day I visited many businesses and also restaurants, and it's affecting the businesses in the third ward. One restaurant that I usually go to, they had to buzz me in, so business is going down. It's affecting us. It's affecting the schools. It's affecting the parks. So this is something that's unprecedented, and we are witnessing to that. I just pray that it gets better again. Please be safe. Please stay mindful. And let's all be good neighbor. You need to get a hold of that reach that 847-390-2689. And we'll see you next time. Thank you tonight.
Alderman Felix.
Thank you. I want to go with Alderman Hayes stated. Definitely do welcome anyone to come and voice their concerns and also unite together and do it in the right way. How we say things really matters, but also that we say something matters. Tonight, sometimes people that are not in politics, they don't know what to do. They don't know how, there's an end to this, what we're doing now, unsafe in our own community. I want to remind everyone that kind of like Commissioner Campbell stated that I want to remind you that the path to a safer, stronger community begins with a vote. The words we choose today matter, but the actions we take at the ballot box matter even more. Our chance to flip things around, whatever that may be to you, comes soon as in a month. We have elections going on, and that's very important. Everyone needs to know that they need to go out and vote. Let's stay smart in what we say, and remember that this is not an immigrant problem. This is an American problem. and as Americans, for those of us who can vote, will never forget the power that we hold to turn things around. That's it for me. Thank you.
Alderman Newsom. Thank you, Madam Clerk. I just want to thank the mayor for the statement that you made this evening, and also for the packet of information that was given out as resources that we can get out into our community. There was some good suggestions made at the podium tonight, and getting information out to our constituents in our wards. So I just want to thank you for that. We can do something. Alderman Turner.
Thank you very much. So, in the 6th Ward, we're going to have a lead pickup starts on October 29th and 30th. So, the 5th Ward and the 6th Ward can share that window. So, I think there's probably start in the 5th Ward, but between the 29th and the 30th, we'll go the 5th Ward and the 6th Ward. You know, we had a couple, we had a pedestrian traffic death woman hit the intersection of Jackson and Grand a couple of weeks ago, 36 years old, 5 months pregnant, died at the scene from what I understand. To my recollection, that's the second pedestrian death, traffic death along Grand. The previous one was a young woman killed across the street by anyway, the restaurant down across from the park.
Oh, Marcos, the president ambassador.
No, down the other way, west. Chuck wagon, thank you. And so there's a young woman killed across the street in front of the truck, the Chuck wagon. There have been several accidents along Grand Avenue. There was a 9-year-old girl hit, I think 8th or 9th and Jackson Street last week. And, you know, I mention these things for a couple of reasons. I want to encourage people, especially as it starts to get dark again, and we all, I know I'm guilty here too, you know, we wear dark clothes, it gets dark earlier, we're out at night, and we have to be cognizant when we're crossing the streets. And as drivers, we have to be on the extra lookout for more and more of these electric vehicles, bikes and scooters and such. Often they have zero or limited lighting. And just encourage everyone to be more diligent, get careful, cautious, because lives are at risk. And along that same vein, I did get access to the IDOT data for, I can't figure it out. So I'm going to need help, so I'll get that in yet. But anyway, I'm trying to pull together that data for Waukegan to see what that's like. And I want to consider, I'm asking the mayor and Alderman Martinez, who chairs the Public Safety Committee, I think we should build that in chief report. I think we should really plan on and start forming the plans to take a look at a more comprehensive, robust traffic safety study across all of Waukegan. I talk about the speed of vehicles, the speed humps, and all those kinds of things, traffic limitations, and speed mitigation devices, and so forth. We need to take a proactive look at this. We have a number of people, as we all know, that they're walking out into the street, people are on walkers right there. They're very challenging, and we just need to do more. We need to be proactive and take the initiative to try to save lives in those regards, right? And also, I don't know what the absolute latest number is, Chief Manager, but there's my recollection of what I was informed as of September 24th, police had seized 125 illegal firearms. So I'll applaud the police for the efforts to do that to make the community safer. And Alderman Concord and I had been recently, offering thousands of dollars and more money for information needs to invest in conviction, and we have to have anybody forthcoming. The rest of the conviction persons in on. Okay.
We'll continue it.
Pardon?
We'll continue it.
Yeah, we'll continue. All right, so that's what I have for you folks. Thank you all very much for your attention. Have a good night.
Alderman Donovan.
Thank you. I cannot state more than Alderman Hayes did a fantastic job. That was one of the best speeches I've heard, and I was very impressed by everyone who was here. I did not expect everyone talking, everybody looking at each other, everybody talking to each other about the stuff and what is important to them. And I can see it in everyone's face. Everyone is concerned. Everyone's concerned about their neighbors, their relatives and stuff. And yeah, I have noticed that some of the businesses are kind of scarce, and some other things on some of the parks that I went through over the weekend, there weren't a lot of people there. But just please do what you can. If you need assistance, please find assistance. Make a phone call. You can always call the police department, and you know they can help you. Leaf collection is going to be October 27th and 28th in Ward 7. And also October 18th, we have our dumpster dive at Bowman Park from 8 to 12. And remember, everybody in Waukegan is welcome to come and drop off stuff. I'll be there. Have some donuts. And everything, oh yeah. And then I just, of course, every day I'm here speaking with the police department, you know, the city yards, or city hall, or fire department, or whatever. I just want to thank for all the cooperation that I get and return calls and the fast emails. And my citizens are very happy about the quick response and stuff. And then we had the swastikas in blue, in light blue paint, painted on Macquarie Road down by Dana, and then also up by North Bonnie Brook and Macquarie on the speed limit sign, and one was on the bus sign, notified the city yards, and they took care of it. We also had some at Mara Flores and shared of the blue paint and the swastikas, and that was also taken care of. And my residents have definitely given me a call. I talked to about 3 or 4 people already, and they were happy for the quick action. And you know, we don't need to leave this stuff up. And if something happens like this, we need to get rid of it as quickly as we can, and try to keep Waukegan beautiful. And again, I want to thank the mayor for what he did today with the people around City Hall. I mean, we need a cool head. We need to try to calm everyone down, because you just realize people go off so fast. And I'm used to it being a police officer for 30 years. I mean, I would see it all the time, so I'm used to it. But a lot of people here are not used to it. They have no idea. I know the mayor knows what's going on, but I mean, us, you know, the police officers, we see it every day, but other people, they don't see that and see how fast people change. And I'm so glad it didn't turn into a melee. And I want to thank you again, Mayor.
Alderman Flora.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I want to mention a couple of things that have happened since we were here last time. We had the tour of homes. One of the homeowners is here tonight who opened up one of his homes to the tour. It was amazing. If you've never participated in it, it's really awesome to see these older homes and what people have done with them. I heard some people talking as they came out of one of them, like, who would think there'd be Airbnbs in Waukegan? And I'm like, there are a lot of good things happening in Waukegan. So it's one of those opportunities for us to let our community shine. And thank you for opening your home and letting us see the beautiful work you guys did inside of it. The Carnegie was also part of the tour, which was awesome. It always makes Waukegan look great when people can see the Carnegie and what's been done there. As Alderman Donworth mentioned, mentioned, leaf collection is beginning Monday, October 27th, and Tuesday the 28th, and 7 and 8. It'll continue in 7, 8, and 8 theoretically on the 10th and 11th of November, and then finish up on the 24th and 25th. But as the mayor mentioned in his comments, you know, the weather and, you know, whether the leaves fall or not, I mean, I really hate that we even come up with a schedule, to be honest with you, because we never stick to it. But somehow we feel the need to pretend that we're gonna have this schedule, so here it is, the pretend schedule. I just want to comment a little bit about the crowd tonight. Thank you for coming out and sharing your pain with us. I'm horrified by what our own government is doing to our people, illegally, in my opinion. I know it would probably be just a token, Mayor, but I would urge you to consider the executive order they suggested. I know it will be ignored as everything else is, but it may at least let the community know that we stand by them and behind them. If anyone needs groceries or a place to stay or a safe haven, please reach out to me. I'm glad to do whatever I can to help. My cell number is 847-390-2696. So please just let me know if there's anything I can do to help in any way. Thank you.
On this episode, we got a motion on the vote to second on Hayes to adjourn. Are those in favor? Aye. Ayes have it, motion passed and carried. Thank you to our first responders, Public Works, Police Department, Fire Department for their efforts tonight.
Thank you.
Great job.